Hey art friends, today we're going to be drawing a really cool YouTuber.
Dan TDM!
Alright dude, you got your marker?
Yeah.
Alright, we're excited. We're going to draw Dan. He's an awesome YouTuber. You like watching him, don't you?
Yes.
He's super funny.
Yeah.
So we hope you guys are going to follow along with us. You have something to draw with and some paper in front of you. You ready to start?
Yeah.
Also, we're using 2 sheets of paper. If you're using a Sharpie, you want to make sure you have more than one so that your drawing doesn't end up on your table. Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Okay, first step, we're going to draw his face.
Okay.
And we're going to be drawing a square, but it's going to be tipped a little bit, so we're going to draw an L. So here we go. We're going to draw the first line, a little diagonal. Like that, and then we're going to draw the L part coming out, and we want both lines to be about the same length. Cool. You could draw that a little bit bigger, so his head's a little bigger. There you go. Now, if both of these are the same length, then it will look more like a square when we do the top and the other side. Awesome. Okay, let's draw the top of his head. So we're going to draw 2 lines going back. And this is just going to make it look like his head is in perspective. The top of his head is in perspective. And we're just going to draw the top of his head like that. So, good. Yes, just like that. Now let's draw his goggles, and then we'll draw his face after that. So we're going to divide the top of his head in 3 equal spaces. Whatever you want to call that. And it's kind of equal. The middle one's a little smaller. And then we want these to look like squares when we connect them. And we can connect them all the way across. Good. So go ahead and connect in between.
Oh.
Awesome. Now we're going to draw the bottom of his goggles. So we're going to draw a little rectangle underneath both sides. Good. Yes. Awesome. Then we're going to draw that same rectangle on each of the outside parts of the goggle. Then we're going to draw the top part. So we'll do the same rectangle. And then we're going to color in those rectangles. Cool! It's already starting to look like him, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now we're going to draw his eyes, and they're going to be squares right underneath the goggle. So one goggle, and then another eye over here under this goggle. We're going to draw those squares. And then inside, so right in the corner, we're going to draw a smaller square for the inside of his eyes, and then color that in. Good, now let's draw his mouth, and it's just right here in between his eyes. So there's the width, and then we can color that in too. Sweet, that was pretty easy, huh?
Yes.
We drew his face. Now let's draw his body. So we're going to draw one line coming down. We want it to be pretty long, maybe almost twice the length of his body, or his head. And then we're going to draw 2 lines over here on this side. So these are going to be parallel. Good job. You already did it.
Okay.
No, that's fine. So I'm going to draw it a little different. So here we go. We're going to draw this line like that. So we want to make sure that his body is parallel. These 2 lines are running right next to each other. Okay, now down at the bottom, let's go ahead and connect it. His waist. Now before we draw the side of his body, we're going to draw his arms. So let's draw the first arm over here, and we're going to draw a little line, and this is going to be for the front of his hand, and we want this line to be the same direction as the side of his body. Good. Now let's turn that into a square. So we're going to make the L first, and we want these 2 lines to be the same size, and then we can draw the other side and the top. Good. Now, let's draw this going back to his body. So we're going to draw a diagonal line up. So it connects to his head. Good. And then we'll draw the same one down here, and we want this to be in the same direction as that. Yeah, just like that. Okay, now we're going to draw this line. See this line right here? We're going to draw that same line on the top. Good, and then we'll connect the side. Awesome, that looks really cool, good job. Now let's draw the arm on the other side of his body. We're gonna draw the arm coming down first, down to his side. Good, and then we're gonna draw one line out. Then we're gonna draw that same line down here, down at the bottom. Okay. So it's the same length as the one up here at the top, and then we'll connect the side. This is awesome. He's turned it out really cool. Okay, now let's draw the top of his arm. So we're going to draw a line going back. Good. And then we'll connect that into his head. Oh, cool. So let's go ahead and make the top of his arm look a little bit different than mine, because my head is overlapping the top. So see this line right here? Draw that same line over here. There we go. Good job. Now the top of his arm looks more square. Yeah. Okay, now we're going to draw the side of his arm. So we're going to draw this same line right here. We want that same line down here at the bottom. Good. And then we're going to connect that one. Now the next time we practice drawing him, this bottom line right here, this line, we want this line to match the top line. So that one could go right to there. See that? See how that would match this one? So when we're drawing a cube, each of these lines are going the same direction. But that's okay, we're practicing, right? Yeah. Most important thing is?
To have fun.
Yes, to have fun. Okay, now I'm going to draw the side of his body. So I'm going to draw a line coming up here at his waist. And then I'm going to draw that coming up. And this is going to be the same. See how that's the same direction as the side of his body? Just like that. Now let's draw his legs. So we're going to draw his first leg coming out in front. And then we're going to draw the other leg going back. So he's going to be running. So we're going to draw a V, upside down V. And this line's going to be shorter. Okay, let's draw this first leg. So we're going to draw another line going the same direction as that first line. Then down here at the bottom, we want this line to go the same direction as his waist. See his waistline? So we want that to go in that direction. Good. Now let's draw we're going to draw this front of his foot, or the bottom of his foot. So draw a little line down, and we'll draw another line on this side that looks exactly the same. And then we'll connect the bottom. If we go too fast, what can our art friends do?
Pause the video.
Yes, you guys can always pause the video. I'm going to draw. There we go. We got his first leg. Okay, now let's finish his back leg. So we're going to draw this other line, going the same direction from his waist. Good. Then we're going to draw the bottom. We're going to connect it, and we want it to be going the same direction as his waist. Good. Okay, and then let's draw the side of his foot. And then we're going to use the same line like that. Awesome! Now this leg looks shorter because it's going away from us. Yes. And we're kind of looking down on it. So it's a lot shorter. It's called foreshortening. All right, so let's draw the details on his clothes, right? Yeah. He looks a little naked. I don't think Dan would like that. Yes. Let's draw his sleeves first. So he has a dark jacket on. Looks like a jacket. So there's his sleeve. And then right below that, he's going to have a white part of his clothes sticking out from the bottom of his sleeve. Okay, and then we're going to do the same on this side. So we want to make sure that these lines are going the same direction. Okay, so this one is going to go across. See how that matches? Mm-hmm. Then we're going to draw that second detail. Goes across. There we go. Cool. That looks awesome. Okay, now let's draw his belt buckle. So down here at the bottom, we're going to draw that gold rectangle. Okay, now his jacket is black, but he has some really dark blue on it. It looks like it's blue. So we're going to draw 2 lines down from his head. And then we're going to come across to the middle about where his, see how his mouth, that's where his mouth starts? Up here. Okay, now we're going to come down like this. And then we're going to do a little one over, and we're going to do a zigzag or a stair step up. So up, over, and then we're going to go, let's just go all the way up to the top. Now, it's almost hard to see that, and so maybe a lot of people don't know that it's there, but there's this really light texture on his shirt. Now, he has a really light texture that goes over his belt buckle too, so we're going to do a little zigzag up, over, back down, over, like that. And I know I went fast, so you guys can pause the video and try and match it. Okay, now on the side, he's got a brown detail that goes across. I think it's the belt, and then we're going to draw that line that goes around, wraps around his body. And then I forgot, he also has a brown stripe that goes right through his elbow. So two lines really close together, and then we want to wrap that around his arm, and then let's make that same brown stripe up here on this front arm. Now let's draw the details on his pants. So he has shoes, so let's draw the shoes first. Line across, and then a line down. And these lines match. See how they match the edge? And then we're going to draw that same shoe over here on his back leg. Then he has knee pads. It looks like gold knee pads.
Yeah.
So we're going to draw a square on the front of his leg. And then we're going to draw that same kind of rectangle, square shape right here on this back leg. Good. Now we're going to draw the bottom. We're going to draw the strap that's holding it onto his leg. So we can draw a line that goes across the bottom and then wraps. Then we're going to draw the top line for that strap. Goes across and then down his leg, side of his leg. And then let's repeat those steps over here on his back leg. So line across and then wrap it down the side, and then the same for the top line down the side. We did it, man! It looks awesome!
Yeah.
He's gonna look a lot more like Dan TDM once we color him.
Yes.
Let's pick out our colors and we'll come right back.
Okay.
Alright, we got our colors picked out. We have a black, a dark blue, which is actually called indigo blue, and we have this really cool light aqua. This is going to be for his goggles and his hair. And then we're going to use peach, light peach for the skin, and then a Spanish orange for the gold. And then we have this Tuscan red for the brown, the dark brown that's on his body. All right, you ready to fast forward?
Yeah.
Let's do it right now. You did awesome, Checkers. Now he totally looks like Dan TDM.
Yes.
Now that he's all colored and he's got his cool goggles.
Yeah.
Now you guys at home, remember you can pause the video now and you can match the coloring that we did. And these turned out really cool. I think we should send them to Dan.
Yes.
I bet he would like them.
Yeah.
I bet your drawings turned out just as amazing, and you ought to send them to Dan also. Have a parent take a photo of it and then email it to him. That would be really cool if all of our art friends drew Dan TDM and then emailed a photo of their drawing to him.
Yeah.
We'll see you later, art friends. Goodbye.
Bye.